No, I think this G20 presidency by India has been one of the most impactful presidencies in the history of G20, and it has left an indelible impression on almost every country that has attended and has participated in the G20 over the last 1 year. As an Indian, as a citizen of this country, I am extremely proud today to see the respect that India is commanding on the world stage, the respect that our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji is getting from the leaders of the world, because amid such a backdrop of conflict, to have a declaration in the New Delhi declaration of G20 with full consensus and talking about the future in a very positive manner, creating positivity in the world at a time when there has been so much negativity in the last 3 years of 2 years of COVID, then followed by the Russia-Ukraine conflict. I think it is certainly a moment for every Indian to be proud, every Indian to be grateful to Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji for his leadership and for bringing India to the stage on the global arena where every president and prime minister that I had occasion to meet and greet and receive or say farewell to had only things of great respect for India and all Indians. And so it is certainly a great moment for me. Oh, look, I have absolutely no doubt today that all of this finally is going to become big inputs into India's growth, India's development. As you know, today, India is the fastest growing economy in the world. Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has brought it from the 10th largest economy to the 5th largest economy. And the world's countries are now looking to partner with India for investments, to create trusted corridors of manufacturing, for trusted innovation and technology. So therefore, I see the Indian growth story being very benefited, significantly advantaged by the fact that the world's countries want to partner with India. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has already given a guarantee that we will be the third largest economy in the world in the next few years. And that he has also given a promise or a vision in front of our people that we will soon be a developed country. We will soon be a Vikasit Bharat. So I think these type of events, this type of respect that India is commanding, this type of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's stature and friendship with the world's leaders, you saw his state visit and his warmth with the Saudi crown prince. And Saudi Arabia is one of the wealthiest countries in the world, one of the most economically powerful countries in the world. And so India and Saudi Arabia are agreeing to work together on infrastructure and so many other areas. So I think all of this bodes well for India's future. All of this bodes well for India's vision to be a Vikasit Bharat, a developed nation in the future. One of the biggest examples of India's innovation, India's rise has been the India DPI, which is the digital physical public infrastructure which was envisioned by Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji in 2015. The world's countries are looking at great respect and awe on how using technology, Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has achieved financial inclusion for so many people. And as the World Bank report itself says, that in 9 years, India has achieved financial inclusion, which would have otherwise taken 50 years. Using technology. How using India DPIs and technology, Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has brought more and more people into the mainstream of governance and the reach of governance. So even the smallest vendor today is today using UPI and using the formal banking system to manage his or her transactions. So this is a story that is a very compelling story that has got the imagination, awe and respect of the countries of the world, the leaders of the world, the ambassadors of the world, and they are using this as an example, even in their own countries, to show what is the power of technology and what good technology can do. And using India as a case study, India as a beacon of hope and inspiration for their own countries. No, I think the Prime Minister ji has already said before the G20 summit that India's DPIs will be made available to the global South countries who cannot afford to invest big money in their own digitization. And 8 countries have already signed MOUs with India, and we are helping them implement the India DPI in their countries. There are almost another 15 to 20 other countries who want to adopt and adapt to India DPI. But during the G20 presidency, the DPI principles have been agreed to by all the countries of the G20. The DPI framework has been now agreed for the first time. There's a consensus. And there is also an agreement there will be a global DPI repository. That means DPIs from India and DPIs from all of the countries in the world will be put in one place, managed by India. And any country that wants to implement those DPIs can take it from that repository and implement it in their own country. And if there's any financing that is required, the One Future Alliance financing will also allow to evolve the financing mechanisms to implement technology in those countries. So, in my humble opinion, Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's vision of 2015 for the benefit of Indians is now a vision that is spurring into action and exciting and catalyzing people from all around the world to benefit their own people and their own countries. Look, I think majority of the Indians are very proud of where India is. Majority of the Indians are very proud of what our Prime Minister has achieved. Majority of the Indians are proud of what India has achieved. Majority of the world is proud of what India has achieved and is achieving. Now, there are a group of politicians in India who can't bear to see India succeeding, whose entire narrative, their political narrative is about dragging India down, and they can not succeed if they do not tear down India in some way or the other. Now, they will continue to speak till they lose the 2024 election, and then they will be silent and they will speak again before the 29 election. So I don't see us at all, or indeed any sensible, common-sensed Indian paying any attention to them. They talk one language, they act another way. I am not saying that they are not patriots or they don't care for the country, but certainly at a time when India is shining, India is doing so well, India is growing, and the countries of the world are recognizing India's growth and our hard work to go to a developed nation, it is certainly clear that there are some people in the opposition who would rather distract us and start talking about eradicating some faith, talking about using some other lie or the other to distract people's attention. They will try it, but they have not succeeded for many years, and I think people of India are becoming wiser and wiser and are ignoring them.